What's up with it, man? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Be sure to hit that like button. Make sure you hitting the subscribe if you're not a member of the channel, and also hit the notifications too, so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Okay. Now, James Harden, man, is no stranger. We got several other LDBC brothers that already done talked about it. Between shout out to Ticket or Pro Basketball Updates, he spoke on this situation. True Rod for TV. He done talked about it, and LB, of course, has talked about James Harden crying. And I want to go ahead and be sure to subscribe to all three of their channels. Okay, um, I highly recommend all of their channels. Um, James Harden, man, because I spoke on this earlier, and this was when I was talking about the Daryl Morey situation, about how he's trying to send smoke screens and everything. James Harden is not able to adjust. He's just not able to make adjustments. Uh, he's always had a problem with making adjustments, and you can really see now that he's having to adjust to the new rule changes that have came about, and now it's not so much catered to him getting to the line and you know uh, just always looking for charity shots and stuff, just so that you could get a break and stuff like that. You see, you stop the flow of the game when you constantly do that. Now, I can understand hard fouls. I can understand obvious fouls. I can understand, of course, flagrant fouls. Well, in this era, flagrant fouls are a little bit different in comparison to back in the days. But man, he gonna cry in the car, Craig. You know, you are supposed to be, and Luda Ryder talked about this too. Shout out to Luda Ryder too. Go sub to his channel too. I was on his channel yesterday. But you call yourself, an MVP, the MVP that you were crying about, the MVP that you were so jealous of Steph Curry getting and stuff like that. We already know that's where your intent lies. You're not out you're not out here to win. You're not out here to win. You here to uh, put up numbers, score, boost your stats, and all this other stuff. There's some people that feel like you shouldn't even be in the top 75. Like some people feel like you were straight borderline, and it's things like this that I look at a player and I'm like, okay, how can you call yourself an all-time great or be amongst all of the all-time greats and stuff, and here you are, you crying about the adjustments that you know that you have to make. When Michael Jordan played, he had to adjust to three different types of NBA. Well, actually four. You talk about the '80s. When he came into the '80s, he had to adjust coming in. Well, it pretty much adjust to just the NBA life in general and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Also the physicality and stuff. They were playing physical back then anyway. Then went into the '90s, little less physical, but nevertheless it was still a lot of changes that they had made in the NBA or whatever. Then went into the 2000s. You know, you had to he had to play in the 2000 when the league was just starting to crack down on all the hand checking, but he was used to, hand checking and you know, they changed things. They changed things in terms of the defenses and stuff, things of that nature. James Harden is showing day to day that he does not know how to adjust. Kobe Bryant is another example. He was able to adjust. Came in the 90s, towards mid going into the late 90s, 96. Then played in the 2000s. Then had to deal with the 2010. He had to adjust his game too because there were changes that came about. He didn't make any excuses. Now, R.I.P. Mamba. Mamba did his fair share of like, hey, what the hell, John to the refs, much like Michael did too. They they would they would get upset, they would get on the refs and stuff like that. But it wasn't to the magnitude of how James Harden is, and he's literally trying to persuade these guys to the point where it affects his overall play. But see, with Michael and Kobe, they were able to do something about it. James Harden is not doing anything about it. He said, okay, well, I'm not gonna get any calls and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. Come on now. You gotta at some point, man, you're gonna have to take responsibility for what you're doing. And James Harden doesn't do that. If you're not in shape, you can't take that out on anybody else. If your game is slowing down, you can't take that out on anybody else. If you don't have the pieces that you need, i.e., Kyrie, you cannot take that out on anybody else. You cannot take that out on anybody else. And now, as much as people don't really truly want to admit it, as much as people truly don't want to admit it, they understand how valuable Kyrie is to that team. What's up with it, Celtics Nation? What's up with it, Matt Moses? I see y'all in here. A lot of people really don't want to admit it. They want to sit here and constantly try to make it seem that is like Kyrie is more of a problem than he is an asset. And that's what he is. And now you truly appreciate a guy like a Kyrie Irving. I guarantee you, if Kyrie Irving was to play, he would be able to adjust to this type of the rule changes and stuff. Because the thing about it is, what everybody's not looking at either. Kevin Durant's not complaining. He's not sitting out there complaining. He's not crying about the fouls and the calls and all that stuff. Man, he just going out and he's hooping. He ain't making no excuses. Win, loss, or draw, he gonna go ball. But see, with Harden, it's got to be everything. Got to be catered for him. Everything got to be everything got to be his way, and you got to do this for him. You got to do that for him. You know what I'm saying? What you need, man? A fucking makeup set? Yeah, what's up with it? Wait, what? Like, what do you like? What do you want, man? Like, yeah. Well, he never really was a jump shooter like that. You know what I'm saying? He never really was a jump shooter like that. But see, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. And this is what I'm talking about. I had already did a video about James Harden's usage rate and how much he dribbles. And I had already made a video of how he dribbled so much he out dribbled one game a combination of Steph, Clay, and KD. He out dribbled all of them. And why do I say that? Because you can't have it both ways. You can't be now. His usage rate went down. It went down in the 20s. But I'm talking about like in the past. You can't sit up here and be like, oh yeah, well, I'm not getting no foul calls, da, 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 and then you pounding the ball. You know, I think it's like 550 times a game or something like that, man. You can't expect you can't have it both ways. You can't get it all. You can't get all of the calls, man. It's just not gonna happen like that. Yeah, man. Like, you gonna cry in the car, Craig. No, he won't. No, he won't. He won't adjust. Man, if he hasn't adjusted now, he'll never adjust. He'll never adjust. He don't even know how to adjust to crucial situations, and he's had time to do that. You are what you are. That's why he needed to go and get back with KD, because we all know his Achilles heel. He's great. He's phenomenal in the regular season. He's great. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning of the playoffs and in the beginning of games, but man, when that crunch time and pressure situations come about, man, he folds like a chair. And but that's a whole nother topic of conversation. I'm not even gonna get into that. But we're just talking about him crying and complaining to the refs and stuff like that. At some point, man, you got to stop making excuses. You got to get out there and hoop, and you got to get out there and suck it up, man. You got to suck it up. That a lot of them young players out there that's playing right now, surprisingly, you don't see them doing all this crying and complaining and stuff like that, whining and because I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that, and all this other stuff. Now you're gonna really have to play. Now you really gonna have to showcase skill and stuff. Now you really gotta stop relying on the officials to bail your ass out. And Joel Embiid too. I'm gonna get on his helmet too, because he's been struggling too as well. He struggled against New York and was crying and complaining about calls and stuff like that. Joel Embiid has been doing that shit. It's not, and look, it's not just Harden. He does a lot of it. I get on Joel Embiid too. You know, guys should be more like Robert Parrish, like how he used to be. Robert Parrish. If you go back and you go look at the games when Robert Parrish used to play the Chief, man, when he would get a call, he wouldn't even say anything. He wouldn't even say anything. But I think that was because Robert Parrish, he did martial arts, so he was already well disciplined about a lot of things, about a lot of aspects of life and everything. But look, I'm not gonna say he won't adjust fully, but it's gonna be hard for him. I don't see it happening, Benit Chima. The new breed of players are not friends. They are want to be great. Yeah, exactly. Now that's what I'm talking about. They're coming to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, not have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They coming to take your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's what they coming to do. John Moran, man, you think John Moran is out here to be pretty and have a persona and all this other stuff? No, he's out for murder. He's out for blood. You know, and these guys, they're able to adjust. You don't see them crying and complaining. You know, salute to you, Theo V. Yeah, but they still did Craig Hodges wrong because of the the stances that he took and stuff. But that's on the off the court thing or whatever. But yeah, Craig Hodges was disciplined. He was real disciplined. You don't hear these guys, man. You didn't hear a lot of that. Now, did you have your Barclays and your Rasheed Wallaces and your Xavier McDaniels, your Dennis Rodman on occasion? Did you have them type of guys and stuff like that? Yeah, absolutely. Sending Shaq got hot all the time and didn't react or complain to foul. Now, I remember when Shaq publicly criticized everybody. I think he was in the locker room one time and he said, "Man, he started cursing. He said, I'm sick of them fucking fouling me or something like that." You know what I'm saying? They bleeped it out and everything. And I think that that's when you begin to see, Shaq, because he said he was gonna come back. I remember I read in a book that Shaq made. He said he wanted to go ahead and play football on the court. Because he felt like he was getting hacked pretty much all the time. And see, that leads me to something else. Zion don't need to add no more weight. I'm sorry, man. I had to talk about that. Zion Williamson does not need to add any more weight. Uh, he needs to stop eating. Well, stop lifting. Some people feel like he just eating and all that stuff, but he don't need to add any more weight to him. You said Shaq swung at Brad Miller and would have been worse than Rudy T got punched. Yeah. I remember one time, who was it, man? He dunked on somebody, man, on New York. And he pushed him down. I forgot that motherfucking name, man. It was a white dude. And Shaq, Shaq did like some Shaq food type shit. I think it was Chris. Damn, what was that motherfucking name, man? Was it Chris Duck? No, I don't know. I don't know who it was. What's up with it, Jersey Deep? Go subscribe to Jersey Deep, man. He dunked on somebody, man. I think it was Chris Dudley, if I'm not mistaken. Man, he dunked on him nasty, man. Chris Dudley got up and threw the ball at him. He threw the ball at because Shaq did some like a nasty dunk on him, man, and pushed him. He pushed him out of the way, pushed him down, man. I think it was Chris Dudley though. But yeah, man, like you ain't had nobody crying about, oh man, I ain't getting no call. They ain't giving me no foul call. I can't get to the line. I can't get to the line, man. You better suck that shit up, because before you know it, y'all team gonna be sinking further down in the East. Now I know they beat us, and that's something that we got. We lost to them, and we lost to New York. Ain't that a shame? And now we got even more. We got even bigger issues because Joel. We're not going anywhere if Joel Embiid is his knee is bothering him. Dion, hey, I'm in a chat with Pelicans fans, and some people think foot injury was made up. Pelicans are trying to get Zion back in shape because the surgery timeline doesn't make sense. They saw him in town. Andre Drummond hurt too. Yeah, I know. I know about Andre Drummond. I know. Um, and you know, Joel Embiid, we not doing anything without him. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I know it's next man up and everything, man, but we Joel got to be playing. Uh, he got to be playing, and he at least got to be like 80%. Cause he was like 70, 80% when he played in the playoff. But yeah, with Zion, I'm beginning to think that Zion really don't want it, man. I'm beginning to think that he really don't want it. I hope he don't turn out like that. Man, I pray he don't turn out like that. But he's not showing like he wanted, man. Like they should be forcing you to get off the court because you want to get on the court so bad. But to me, it's like Zion's like, whatever. If I play, I play. You know, he ready. He ready to eat, but he ain't ready. He ain't ready to get on the court. But yeah, James Harden, man, he need to quit crying, man. I'm about sick of it. What else you gonna cry about? First, you cried about getting some more help in Houston. Okay, they catered to your needs out there. Then you cried about uh because maybe it was the coaching changes that they need to make. They accommodated you with two different coaches, technically three if you want to count Silas. I'm talking about with Mikel and D'Antoni, uh, and then you having contractual issues, or money issues, or whatever the case is, or you unhappy with the organizations or whatnot, or organization, then you crying about that, throwing a tantrum in practice, throwing the ball at people, stuff like that, coming in 300, 300 pounds, you know, like 400 pounds and all that. Like, now you crying and complaining because you're not getting any calls. So what's next, man? What's next? What are you gonna cry about next, man? Either you gonna go out there, you're gonna hoop, you're gonna play ball, you're gonna prove people, because actually this is your listen. This is you have a greater chance and a great opportunity right now to show people, okay, we're not we don't have Kyrie, we can still be successful without him. You could have that mentality, but no, you want to sit here and you want to rely on the refs to bail you out like you've been doing the last several years. Something got to give, man. Just my thing is this: get get your ass in the weight room. Shoot, get in the weight room and work more on your conditioning. That's why, like, like when it came to Jordan and stuff like that, he people get on him, and get on Kobe and get on Duncan. He never complained, and he played in different eras. He played in several different eras of basketball. Did you hear Duncan complaining? He might have made those looks and everything, because I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Duncan didn't do his fair share of complaining or whatever. But for the most part, Duncan was still able to adjust and didn't make any excuses, even at his older age. He won a championship. You gotta remember, Duncan won a championship when he was 38. Never did any complaining. Gotta play through it, man. Gotta play through it. You gotta play through it. And the more I think about Harden and this situation, the more respect that I tend to lose for a guy like this, because I thought the game was about coming back and actually proving yourself. Okay, you gained my respect when you had the lingering hamstring issues, and you went out there and you did whatever you could on pretty much on one leg. That's what we need to see. But now I mean, you're a crybaby, man. You're a crybaby, and you don't know that hurts your team too. I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant hates the probably hates the rule changing, but he knows it's something that he's just gonna have to adjust to. It's something that he's gonna have to adjust to. All of the greats, they had to adjust. They had to adjust to something. Dr. J, when he switched over from the ABA to the NBA, he had to adjust. Allen Iverson, when they put the zone in the league, he had to adjust. When they stopped doing the hand checking, and now you just pretty much gotta move your feet. You had to adjust. Defensive 3 seconds. Had to adjust. The 24 second shot clock, and the reset is only 14. You had to adjust. Shortening the time when it means getting the ball over the timeline. You have to adjust. It's all about adjustments. The tempo, just the overall tempo and the speed of the game now. It's adjustments that you have to make, man. You have to adjust. It's just like, when Mayweather goes into a fight. Yeah, I'm talking about Mayweather. When Mayweather or Canelo or a different fighter goes into a fight that's a great. Sometimes the odds are always going to be stacked against them. Sometimes they're not going to get the calls that they're usually supposed to get, or they're not going to get uh, any special treatment that people would expect them to get. But guess what? The greats were able to adjust regardless. You say you are great. You say you always talk about, yeah, you deserve this and you deserve that. Well, we got to see now. It's put up or shut up. And if they don't win this year, they're not going to give Kyrie not being there if he's still not there. They're not going to give him a pass. Not going to give him a pass. You have KD on there. That's enough. And I know people are going to be like, well, what about the Lakers? What about the Lakers? Hey, uh, people had to face Golden State when they had how many, 3 superstars on their team, or two. Well, some people don't consider Klay Thompson a superstar, but pretty much 3 Hall of Famers. Shoot, four if you count Draymond. Some people don't count him as a Hall of Famer, but he's gonna get in there. Nobody complained about that. It's put up or shut up now. What's up with it, Jacob? I see you in the building, and it gets me too. You sit up here and you got the audacity to blame others for your mistakes, but you never take responsibility for anything. I've never seen James Harden just be humble about a lot of things. It seems like it's just always about him. It seems like it's just always about him. Oh, I can't get no calls. I can't get no calls. I can't get no calls. Come on, man. And Kevin Durant, I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant is always getting annihilated. Because when you're a scorer, people are gonna do everything they can to try to knock you off balance or to try to throw you off. But I really don't see James Harden adjusting, man. And that's not a knock on his game, but he's not gonna adjust. He's not gonna adjust too well. He's not gonna adjust too well unless he shows to me that he could go out there and not even say anything. He's probably listening to the criticism everybody's giving him. I know that he is. I know that he is. Yeah, that's you know, it trips me out because they crown him as if he's like done it in the most crucial times and done really sealed the deal like when he was supposed to when the odds are stacked against him, man, and he hasn't prevailed. He hasn't been able to do that. Now you're really seeing it for what it is. And you got to be able to do more. Listen, this is another thing too, man. You got to be able to do more. James Harden, man. I remember when James Harden was a defender. I remember when when he was in OKC, he was a defender, man. But it seemed like once he got to Houston, man, because he scored the ball too while he was in OKC, but it seemed like once got to Houston, man, he became somebody different, man. Like when he came in, he was humble, didn't really say too much. Then all of a sudden, man, this fool sitting up in there, man, getting into it with teammates. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like playing with him. I wouldn't like playing with James Harden. Don't get me wrong, he talented it, and he can hoop and everything, but man, it'd be hell to try to play with the guy like that because you probably never gonna see the ball, never. And don't miss the shot. That motherfucker is not gonna give it back to you. He'll probably look your way. He'll be like, nah, nah, nah. That's all right. I'll take that shit myself. I'll take that shit myself. Hell, CP3, Westbrook, Howard. Need I keep going, Jacob? you know. And that Houston team, man, they had it. They had a chance. There have been several times James Harden has had a chance in pivotal moments. But we got to stop acting like, okay, yeah, he deserves a call, or give him the foul calls and all this other stuff. Man, I'm not giving you shit. You don't deserve any of it, man. Right? It's foul, 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 and plus, man, like I don't know about you, I love up and down, man. I love up and down sports. A lot of people don't even know, man. I fuck with, I like hockey and soccer for the aspect that it's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But see, what makes it not enjoyable to watch is when you constantly going to the line all the time. Like that many times. Like, okay, I can understand in situations like a fourth quarter where the game is tight and it comes down to free throws. I can understand a situation like that. I can understand a situation like that. That's understandable. Oh my God, here you go. I'm not even gonna respond to that. Hey, you are out there on the floor. I don't want to hear no excuses. Mike Conley back from his injury, and guess what? It's the same type of injury that James Harden had, and they undefeated. Wait, what? Oh my God! Here you go. Here go this guy. The refs aren't making the right calls. Yes, they are. Then how come they beat us? Wait, what? You want me to keep going? My goodness, man. Y'all came back from us, nigga. Y'all came back. We were beating y'all, and then we lost the game in the fourth quarter. There ain't no excuses, man. Kevin Durant's not making no excuses. At some point, man, you gotta own up to it, man, and you gotta take responsibility, man, for real. I know that's your squad. I know, we haven't we there's some questionable calls that we haven't been getting either. But what the hell you, man, you gotta fucking play. That's basketball, man. Like, you can't always depend on the refs. That's why, like, you play games like no blood, no foul, or 25 or 21 or something like that with no fouls or whatever, unless somebody really, really, knocks your ass to the floor to the point where, okay, hey, look, we got to get this man the ball or something like that. But other than that, man, if there ain't no fouls in that, you play games like that in order to mentally and physically get you ready, so that, like, you supposed to keep playing until you hear that whistle. You can't always just be relying on the whistle or relying on the call or relying on them to bail you out. Because then what you doing is you sitting there, you looking at the ref, and you like, oh, I don't get no call or whatever. Well, guess what, man? You think a guy like John Moran is thinking about that, knowing how fast he could get up with at least 4 to 5 dribbles up the court and then dunk on your ass? Oh my God, man! You better stop with. Okay, look at you. Yeah, look at you. I can see you really been studying your articles. I'm proud of you, man. But you still got to go out there and play, man. Like I said, Joel Embiid, he be crying and complaining too. But uh, and look, I don't want to hear none of this. Oh well, hey, he's still getting back from his injury. Man, to give him a chance and all this other stuff. No, you stepped on the floor. You stepped on the floor. Matter of fact, uh, if I'm not mistaken, what was Harden doing this summer? Wait, what? Wasn't he out there with wasn't he out there with the baby? I mean little baby. Hey, wait a minute. I thought you was hurt. But oh, you want to give him some time. Oh, wait, what want to make excuses for that nigga? They give him some time after you done been out outside of the US. I mean, okay, I get you there. I understand what you're saying. I actually I agree with what you're saying. I really do. He's not. He's not. That's why he needs he needs a partner in crime that's either on his level or either better. Other than that, he can't really carry he can't be the leader in the big three if that makes any sense. And that's no disrespect to him. That just what it is. KD is able to do that. He proved that he was able to do that because guess what? He got Finals MVP when he was with the Warriors. Case closed. There wasn't no problems there, and there were a lot of there were injuries that took place, including himself, but they didn't make it. I mean, he's an important piece. If James Harden plays, listen, wait, what? This is what you got to understand. James Harden's usage rate was 40-41 before he before he before he got to Brooklyn, right? His usage rate was 40-41. Guess what his usage rate went down to? Wait, what? It went down to like 26.4. And guess what? He actually played better. He actually played better. He was distributing the ball. He was facilitating, being a playmaker, scoring when needed, and actually, uh, he was it 20? I thought it was 20. You said it was 21. I thought it was 26. Wait, what? I had 26.4. Unless I'm wrong, let me know. Cause he was at 40. It was him and Luca. Luca was at 30. It was like 39, 38 or something like that. And James Harden was at 40.4 or something in terms of the usage rate. But that's a tremendous drop right there. He dropped he dropped tremendous, but his play got better. Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And see, that's the thing. Wait, what too? Look, check this out. See, Kyrie wasn't even dribbling the ball that much. See, when he came back and when him and when him and Kevin Durant had came back and they started off those games and stuff like that, they weren't even really dribbling that much. It was always like one dribble pull up, maybe dribble for a little bit, bam, 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 bam. I just remember that. I was like, man, Kyrie, and that's how I like Kyrie to play. He's more enjoyable to watch like that. I know some people like, oh, he got sick handles and stuff like that. But think about it. When he was doing all that, dribble, 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 stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? It really, I mean, it wasn't winning ball games like that. But like for instance, when he hit that shot on Steph Curry, he wasn't dribble, dribble, dribble. I know that was a tight situation, but that's just an example. And then on top of that, he was still 50, 40, 90, damn near 50, 50, 90. So, you do a lot better when you're not doing all of that dribbling or, and your usage rate isn't high. A lot of people don't understand that. If you like with Jordan in the triangle, if you go back and you go look, he didn't spend all that time doing all that stuff and everything like that. Every now and then he'll get out on the island by himself and play with the defender and all that other stuff. But no, it's just like, let's hurry up, get the ball in the bucket, bam. Let's hurry up, let's get the ball in the bucket, bam. Let's hurry up, let's get the ball in the bucket, bam. And listen, wait, what? This is another thing too. James Harden is a tremendous passer. Like, this guy but he don't want to pass the ball. I done seen this motherfucker James Harden in Drew League at Rico Hines, not in person, but I've seen him, in the games and stuff. James Harden got dimes, but he don't want to. He do it to people that he absolutely trusts, man. He could play the point guard position, and he could facilitate and stuff, but if you sit there and you crying and complaining to the refs and all that other stuff, that's not going to do you no good. And really, I'm not saying that, as a point guard, yeah, you're supposed to pull the refs to a side, especially a lot of the point guards that usually be the captains. That's how it used to be. You're supposed to pull the refs to a side and say, hey, look, hey, they and do it like during the intermission or something like that. But you sitting there bitching and whining and crying and complaining to the refs, guess what? That's only going to make it worse, because the refs, they're playing their game too, believe it or not. And I gotta agree with you on what you said, earlier, in the sense, wait, what? I don't agree with you. Like, the refs are making bad calls, but I will say this: a lot of refs do have an agenda. A lot of refs do have an agenda. A lot of refs will just say, hey, this is how we're going to get this game to play out. And if this happens, okay, great, we'll go with this situation. If that doesn't happen, and they got a plan A through Z. They got a plan A through Z in terms of the scenarios that might take place. That I can agree with. But you still got to play. You still got to play, man. You still got to play. We had a guy, man, he got in trouble because he grabbed the referee and shoved him and stuff, man. And he was that infuriated because we knew how great of a scorer and how solid he was and stuff like that, but he wasn't getting the calls. And the only reason he wasn't getting the calls is because he ref one of our tournaments before. He ref one of our tournaments before, and he could remember that my teammate, he was just always killing and stuff up until we lost in the finals, because we took like second place in 1 year and stuff, and he remembered him, so he had to ref again, and he was making all these bogus calls on him. He had three he had 3 fouls in the second quarter. What's up, man?
Yo, what's good, Polo? You can hear
Man,
me?
I'm disappointed in your motherfucking ass, man.
Nah, man.
Man, you
I
been
think you.
tripping, bro. Man,
Nah,
for real,
I
wait,
think
what,
you. I
man?
think you
You,
be
hey,
reading my.
nah, man, you disappointed me. You disappointing the fuck out of me, man.
Run it down on me. Run it down on me. Let me hear what you're talking about.
The nigga, don't play stupid. You already know what the fuck I'm talking about first and foremost. I'm talking about that shit with Kyrie first and foremost, man. You up in there? Wait, what? The reason why you disappointed me because we already done had this conversation. You know them. A lot of them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about Kyrie, man.
I agree with that. I agree with that, Polo. But I feel like there's some people out there, really out there, like legitly, like, oh yeah, I'm for Kyrie. And then the ones who's not really for him. Why make an enemy out of somebody who want to be your friend in the same concept of like war? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like real talk. It's like this shit about Kyrie, bro. Like it's attack on the freedom. And I ain't gonna lie, this is like a first time you see motherfuckers who will never agree with you as a brother or a nigga at all. Now they want to agree with you. We gotta take those moments and really mend offense so we can come together in so many certain situations. 'Cause like for example, I had a conversation with somebody today where we were talking about the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? He came in here like he had a Dolphin mask on. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, how you feel about the Dolphins? And like, bro, legitly, he like, yo, I really want to say something, but I know I can't say it in public. I could probably guess what it was. The head coach, the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Niggas leading charge. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to like I didn't want him to go away from how he felt. So I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I can get what you coming from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, quarterback situation. And then I switched it up. Like, yo, how you feel about Watson? You know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We do get him everything. I bring him information about how Roger Goodell is like they don't have enough information from the lawsuits to make say, hey, we should suspend him or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes, like, yo, you gotta take in as we try to give out. You know what I'm saying? We gotta receive sometimes as we give out, so you can be able to understand both playing fields. You know what I'm saying? This
But
whole thing that's been going on, that's been the whole problem since the get go, bro. One of us gotta
but
be not sensitive in the situation, and the other one gotta be able to take it in. Like it's like a both way. It's like a double edged sword, bro. For us to like
well,
really
okay,
go ahead.
you looking at it, and hold on, wait.
Hmm.
Let me address this real quick. Hey, Son Goku,
So, how are
who?
you doing?
I don't think I spoke with you, bro.
Oh no. Oh, I just wanted to get I just wanted to get my thoughts about the whole new rule changes and like
Okay,
the
all
whole
right. I'll
situation.
let you go in a minute. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure you ain't no fucking troll, man. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Wait What, man, we'll bounce people up out of here, man. If you ain't, we want people to respect this channel. But let me get this off. I'll let Wait What continue what he was saying, and then I'll let you go. Okay. Now this
No
is what I
problem.
was about to say though. This is what I was about to say. Okay, you call it a double-edged sword. Wait, what? Okay, are you gonna sit up there, me, you, and Son Goku? We gonna bum rush Barclay and try to run over the fucking security guards? That right there, that's a narrative and an agenda that they're trying to push. Them guys ain't out there for Kyrie. They out there to start records, just like they was trying to start records about G. Floyd and the riots and Breonna Taylor and all that other bullshit. Everybody out there that what that was spraying BLM and all that other stuff, they wasn't out there for that. It's a fucking agenda, man. You don't see that shit being pushed?
That shit is definitely an agenda, honestly. Like like the crazy the crazy part about it is like the whole Kyrie situation, the whole Kyrie situation, like everyone has like taken it like it's just gone out of whack. Like just because this man this like Kyrie's not even saying that he's like against what's called he's not saying that he's against what's called
The
the
jab,
the
the
jab,
jab.
but
Nah, yeah, just say the jab. Yeah.
yeah, the jab. All he's saying is like he's not for the mandates. Like he's saying people have to be the ones to who dictate whether they want it or not. Like he's just he's just standing up for the voice of the voiceless, and like you got all these crazy got all these crazy like these Trump supporters, like you just mentioned, like a lot of them, they're not doing this for Kyrie. They're just doing it just to like create ruckus and create a bigger narrative.
Nah, you got a good point, man. You got a good point. I don't know where Wait What went, but are
Y'all
you
can hear
still there?
me?
Wait What?
Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
Okay, now I can. I thought you was gonna
Yeah, nah,
go in
it's
after.
like where I work at. It's like sometimes like I got service and then 1 second I don't have service. So y'all gotta let me know when y'all don't hear me, just in case I cut out of nowhere.
All right, go
But
ahead,
nah,
man. Go ahead and cut.
but like I was saying, dog, like I said, like bro, dog, it like you just perfect example when you use the George Floyd situation when they burned down the CVS. What the fuck you burning down the CVS? Like that ain't no point. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's my Caucasian side that probably riling up on that part. Like why we burning down shit? But you know that's the way they send out passion. And I don't know why we gotta get away from that and that concept because it's not gonna help nobody as in the growth. You just destroying more things and now you're not allowing what yourself to do to grow. But just to get back on topic. Because listen, bro, James Harden, like I said, he had the hamstring, and he was playing on the hamstring. Mike Conley didn't play on the hamstring. If you want to use that as the Mike Conley excuse,
Yeah, he
you
did.
brung him up. No. I'm talking about I'm talking about at the end of the Utah series against the LA Clippers. He still wasn't
He
playing.
tried to get. He tried to get it. He tried to give it a go.
Yeah, I heard
Remember?
he tried to give it a go, but like this nigga James Harden was actually on the court. Listen, I don't know what happened, but I feel like for me, ever since that day, I always said James Harden should never have played. Period. Like even if he if he were trying to do some macho man, yo, this for the team. Like I said, for me, ever since he became, ever since like for me, ever since he said that whole, hey, I feel like I'm MVP. When they asked him that question, like Malika Andrews, like she always setting them boys up with some crazy ass questions. That's why she got that job now. But yo, when she asked that question to him and he gave I feel like I'm the MVP and shit like that. I felt like then his game and it kind of translated crazy after that because after he made that statement, probably 2 games later, that's when he had that hammy. That when KD and the boy came back and he had a hammy on that day, and then he was out for weeks, and then he played okay in the first series, and then okay against Milwaukee when they played a little more tighter on him, that's when he went out. I feel like this team right here that we have now, it's really showing the value. Like I know before, like a lot of niggas was telling me, oh, you're gonna need James Harden to win this championship. You can't do it. Listen, bro. Listen. You're gonna need KD, period. KD this team do not go nowhere without KD, bro. If you look at the points value on the court, his shit is so high. More high than James Harden, who's supposed to be so-called point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm watching him. I don't know what's going on with him. Period, bro. Like a lot of things Kyrie did on that second guard position helped him out that a lot of people don't realize, bro. Like if you really look at it, bro, like he's only thing he's really good at is for throwing the lobs. And with Claxton, his body is not. He don't got that wide body like a what you call it, kid in Atlanta right now.
Trae Young.
What's his name? He played for Houston when he was with James Harden. Clint
Oh,
Capella.
Capella.
Yeah, Capella was wide enough. So when he throw them lobs at you can't really try to like bully him probably mid-air or before he take off. Claxton is so small. If y'all really look, that's why I was hoping he really bulked up this past summer. That's what I thought. That's the reason why he ain't go to the summer league. But like this whole situation, dog, now they making it seem like, yo, Claxton, you gonna need James Harden to get you scoring. And I ain't want that from him. I want him to get a more bigger, wider size so he can be able to get in the post and do something else. Blake Griffin, he do not need to be a starter at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why it's hindering James Harden. Because anytime James Harden get him the ball, this nigga trying to pass it back to him. Or trying to hold off that ball until somebody come and grab it and he be that standing still stream. You know what I'm saying?
But look,
Like he
hey,
don't
wait, what? Hey, but
what
wait,
up?
what? Hold on. Hey,
What up?
before I'm gonna let Son Goku go in
Yeah,
just a
yeah, yeah.
second. You said Mike Conley didn't really play. Man, he played 26 minutes.
it's about the final game against
Yeah,
the Clippers.
in that game 6 against the Clippers last year.
Oh, then my apologies. You know what it is. He didn't play game 5, and you know he really pushing for that
Yeah,
last
he
game.
didn't. Nah, he was nursing it, but he wanted to give it a go. Cause
Yeah,
listen, man, you play ball. You play ball. Wait. And I don't know if you play Son Goku, but I know I done messed with the hamstring. Man, that stuff, man, it goes on and up. And see, as you get older, I don't know if you that old yet. Wait, or Son Goku, but I know for me in the wintertime, these are the three things that fuck with me: my ankles, my hamstring sometimes, and every now and then on occasion my knee
That's my
when the changes of the weather happen, and you could feel it. But y'all don't know nothing about that yet, man. When y'all get older, y'all
yeah,
understand.
yeah. That's gonna
All
be a
right, go
blessing.
ahead, Son Goku.
That's gonna be a blessing.
Yeah, this is all I have to say about this topic about James Harden and the rule changes. This is all I have to say. James Harden and all these other players. Well, I'm just gonna put James Harden since this is who it's about. James Harden needs to stop complaining about not getting all these foul calls and stuff like this because at the end of the day, like you see what's happening with guys like Dame Lillard, the Trey Youngs and stuff like that. It's the Olympics really showed you like who was who had the like it really exposed the people that don't have like what's called the all around game and it, who doesn't it exposed the people that don't really have that all around game like Dame Lillard and stuff like that, and like ever since like the league has stopped giving them the foul call, stopped giving in certain players these foul calls like I've been really debating okay, hey, I've been really debating like I used to have Harden as like a top. I want to say top 10. I'm not going to say top 5, top 10 player. But now that I'm seeing how it's affecting his game, how he's not scoring as much like
You, you
that
talking about
like
top? Hey, Son Goku. You mean top 10 of all time or just top 10 right now?
no top 10 right now. Of course not all
Oh,
time. Hell no,
okay.
hell no.
Because I mean, he did make the top 75, man. But some people felt like he shouldn't have been in there. But
Yeah,
that's
I I had an
but like
argument with it. Go ahead, my bad, Son Goku. Go ahead, my bad.
it's all good. Yeah, it's just that for me. It's just that for me. Like, it's just that for me. Like, if you're like all that and you say that you're the MVP, then prove it. It it don't I don't want to hear talk and shit. Like prove it on the court. Like one thing I will give Curry because criticize Curry for constantly coming up short or when his team needed him the most. But from the start of the season, like this despite him having some difficult some tough shooting nights, like he's able to make his impact be known. And right now, I believe they're 4-0. So if what I want to see from not just Harden, from all these guys that are considered superstars and stuff like that, to prove it on the court and stuff. But other than that, that's all I have to say. You could go on ahead, and Ben.
yeah. What was you about to say? Wait, what?
Nah. Like I said, I agree with him. Like for real, like I think the word superstar been loosely used, so a lot of people been able to use that word and everything like that. Hey, y'all go ahead and talk for like a few minutes because I gotta talk to somebody right quick. I'm coming right back. Give me like 2 minutes.
But
No,
but
it's
one
all
thing,
good. Yeah, but yeah. You got out of here before I was, because I was about to talk
No,
about
I'm coming back.
Giannis.
I'm coming back. I just gotta talk to somebody right quick. I got you.
Hey,
I'm here.
yeah,
I'm
because
here.
Wait, what he gotta give what Giannis is just do now. He got to give him a just due.
Yep.
Giannis 75, man. He
Do
don't
you
like that.
do you
He don't
honestly
like that. He got to be a superstar to get up in that motherfucker, man.
Yep.
But nah, I'm just joking around. But if you're gonna put Harden in the 75 or Dame Lillard in the
You
75,
have to put
okay,
Kyrie.
yeah, Kyrie, man, that's a tricky one. But the only reason I think that Kyrie wasn't in there is because a lot of people, they look at the first team All NBA, and then they also look at the fact that Kyrie doesn't have an MVP. He got an All-Star MVP, but he don't have the actual regular season MVP. But James Harden,
Yeah.
yeah, and the criteria is tricky. But then again, Dwight Howard led the league in rebounding 5 times, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year award, and a 2-time leader in blocks. And on top of that, first team All NBA. I think it was 8 times, if I'm not mistaken. But he was on there a lot. But that's what I talked about earlier, Son Goku, is that he burned a lot of bridges. He damaged a lot of relationships, man.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You're as far as Dwight is concerned, right?
Yeah, Dwight Howard. And some people feel like, and
Yeah.
this is what some people feel. They feel that Kyrie wasn't on there because of the whole situation that's going on now. But I don't know. I can't really go that far because they had already had their people picked, and plus they see, this is another thing too, Son Goku. If
Hmm.
you look at the panelists, if you look at the panelists that were on there, let me. I don't know if you were on there or listened to my stream earlier. Let me let me tell you something, okay?
Hmm.
I'm gonna read off the panelists, some of the people that were on the panelists, the voters, right? And you tell me, Son Goku, you'll be like, why the fuck is he on there, right? Okay, these are the people that got to vote the top 75 uh, players, okay? Kareem
Okay.
Abdul-Jabbar, Tim Duncan, Jack McCallum, I'm sorry, David Robinson, Marv Albert, David Dupree, Brian McClintyre, uh, Bill Russell, David Aldridge, Wayne Embry, Ann Myers, Bob Ryan, Sam Amick, Julius Irving, Yoko Miyagi, Bill Simmons, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Patrick Ewing, Earl the Pearl Monroe, Sam Smith, Steve Ashburner, Walt Frazier, Steve Nash, Stephen A. Smith, Charles
What?
Barkley, George Gervin, Rachel Nichols, Marcus Spears, Rick Barry, Russ Granick, Dirk Nowitzki, Eric Spoelstra, Howard Beck, Becky Hammond, Shaquille O'Neal, John Stockton, Dave Bean, Elvin Hayes, Robert Parrish, Hannah Storm, Sue Bird, Ernie Johnson, Candace Parker, Cheryl Swoops, Carl Balaji, I can't pronounce his name,
Go ahead.
uh, Magic Johnson, Chris Paul, Isaiah Thomas, Mike Breen, Sam Jones, Bob Pettit, Rod Thorne, Doris Burke, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Rudy T. or Rudy Tomjanovich, Jerry Colangelo, Steve Kerr, Greg Popovich, Peter Vesey, Doug Collins, Bob Lanier, Sean Powell, uh, Bill Walton, Cynthia Cooper, Carol Lawson, Ahmad Rashad, Rick Welch, Bob Costas, Lisa Leslie, Willis Reed, Jerry West, Dave Cowens, Nancy Lieberman, Tim Reynolds, Mike Wilbon, Billy Cunningham, Zach Lowe, Bill Roden, Lenny Wilkens, Stephen Curry, Jerry Lucas, Pat Riley, James Worthy, Clyde Drexler, Jackie McCullum, Oscar Robertson, and Jeff Zilgett. Now,
Damn.
Son Goku, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Did you hear some of those names and you were like, what the fuck is he doing on there?
Yeah, like Stephen A. Snitch, Rachel Nichols. Like, I'm like, who the fuck?
But
Like,
Marcus Spears,
oh my god.
man, that motherfucker don't even. Man, he's a fucking NFL player.
I know, like, bro, like, I can understand, like,
You see
like,
what I'm saying, Son Goku?
no, yeah, I definitely understand. Like, I can understand, like, I could understand I can understand, like, the former players, coaches, the ones that played on the elite level, like, having these like, having, like, these votes. Like, I could respect that. But when you have people like an NFL player like Marcus Spears, or like any of these want to be analytics that don't understand, that have never played the game at the highest level, like making these decisions, like it just shows like the bias and how rigged like the list is, like, and the rankings on this list. Like one of the things, like what's it called? Oh, Rachel Nichols, she has no business is discussing who the greatest, like amongst the greatest players.
She
There's
just got
Marcus.
booted. She just got booted
Yeah,
from ESPN. What the fuck she doing on that,
that's the
man?
thing.
At least, you know what I'm saying, Son Goku. They could at least put Maria Taylor on there. At least she played ball.
Taylor,
Where did
of
Rachel Nichols
course.
play? You
I
know,
mean, what's her resume? So,
the
what's her
only
resume
pe-
as far as basketball wise?
the only people that really should be on it now. Okay, what's it called? Theo B. I can understand Ahmad Rashad because Ahmad Rashad's been close to the game. Ahmad Rashad, he knows the game, even though he was a football player. He was on
Like
NBA
he studied
inside
it.
stuff. He's got relationships with a lot of these players, man. He's been covering the NBA for well over 20 years, so that's understandable. But Marcus Spears,
Marcus
this
Spears.
this
Oh my
motherfucker
god,
was on get up.
I was laughing.
You
I
know what I'm
was
saying? Like, hey, you said the list was probably assembled before she got fired. Man, I don't give a damn. If that was the case, then you should have put Maria Taylor on that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. She don't belong on that shit. L.A. Live. Come on with that bullshit, man. Don't try to make no excuses for her. I hope you're not doing that shit. Well, the list was probably put together. Fuck that shit. You don't belong on that shit.
like, you
The
don't.
hell, man, with your witch looking ass. Man, let me stop, man. I gotta say that. I'm sorry. Let me stop.
Nah,
There's some shit. There's some shit that I ain't gonna say. Son Goku, but they do not deserve to be on that panel, and that plays into a lot of the biasness that goes on. Yeah, no
yeah,
Kenny Smith. Exactly. Hey, Son Goku, you see that? What Theo B said? No Kenny Smith on there. They ain't got. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Who else? They don't have Tim Legler on there. Like, get some guys out there. Tim Legler led the NBA in 3-point shooting.
Yup. Yeah. Another person they should have had on the panel, someone like, well, I could kind like, I guess there's reasons. Allen Iverson, someone like Allen
Yeah,
Iverson.
no AI.
Was Reggie
Like,
Miller
man,
on?
come on now.
Reggie Miller was on it, right? Or no?
No, I didn't see. Let me check. Let me check. Um, nah, he wasn't on it. He was on the 75. list, but he wasn't on the voting panel.
Like it should be some people like that also like the people that should also be on the panel are the people that kind of like commentate the games, like guys like Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson, who else is there? Jimmy Jackson and Steven Jackson, what's the name?
Hell,
Like all these guys who've actually played the game and that do other work and stuff like that. Like, hey,
man, LA Sports Live. Hey, hold on, Son Goku. He said, "Do we know the criteria?" uh, do we know the criteria? I'm assuming you to be a voter. You said to he a voter to be a voter. Yeah, he'll be brown. Come on now. Listen, they just don't let anyone vote. Uh obviously,
Yo. Oh.
obviously they let everybody vote. Man, you got motherfucking Marcus Spears on this motherfucker, man. Man,
Wait, he
the
voted?
only time you see Marcus Spears is the
I heard you
last
said
couple
Polo.
years. Am I
yeah,
right, Go
Marcus
Mike?
I heard you said Polo. I
You know
heard
what I'm
you
saying?
said
Like,
Polo.
come on, man. I put motherfucking Goat Mike on there on the
Oh, they go
panel before
Captain
I
Go
put.
Mike. It was good. Go
At
Mike.
least, at least I seen that nigga play ball. I ain't seen that nigga Marcus Spears play no motherfucking ball.
Yo, yeah, bro.
You
You
know what
talking
I'm
about from
saying?
this
Like,
morning?
nigga, you play football. Nigga, Goat Mike played football and he's still hooping. I'll
You talking
trust his
about?
analytic before I trust Marcus Spears. Nigga, what the fuck you doing on there, nigga?
Yeah.
And
You talking about
Rachel
from?
Nichols, you get your ass up out of there, nigga. You trying to get niggas fired and shit.
Yep.
Hey, look, Rachel Nichols smashing everybody low key.
Huh?
I said Rachel Nichols is smashing everybody low key.
Yeah, exactly. Go.
Yeah.
See, that's why I got Goat on
She
here.
smashed-
Goat gonna give you the
she
real. We ain't
smashed
gonna
Butler in the
sugarcoat
fucking
shit.
bubble.
Yeah, you
He
know they
told
gonna get her
LeBron-
ass on the
He probably
panel.
told LeBron, hey look, I'm gonna smash Butler and he gonna play.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, man. You got
Shout out
motherfuckers.
to LeBron James, man.
Come
That's
on,
good,
nigga.
Goat.
Like,
Hold on, I
That's
lost sound.
good,
Hold on.
Goat. You can hear me, Goat? Y'all hear me? Or no? Y'all
I
can
can
hear
hear
me or
you.
no?
nah, he
That's
fell
good.
out.
Appreciate you, son Goku. Nah, listen, dog. Listen, man. We
A
gotta
lot
put
of
it down.
hold
When it
on.
comes, go ahead.
Hold on. You said Spears. Listen, LA Sports Live. I'm gonna need you to stop making excuses for this nigga Marcus Spears. Hey, put a one in the. Hey, everybody, put a one in the chat if you think Marcus Spears should be a NBA 75 voter panel. Please put a 2 if no.
Wait.
I already know. Wait, what? I already know. Wait, what? Don't want it. I already.
Wait, you telling me Marcus Spears was part of the
Yes.
Yeah.
part of the bro? This shit, I don't even. You know what? Fuck this 75, bro. I don't even care. I didn't know they had goofy ass. I thought he was like top
They ain't gonna
75
fire.
people involved in the
Rachel
NBA,
Nichols, nigga.
executive.
She ain't
They
gonna
ain't
get
got no
fired.
Maria Taylor. They ain't got Tim Legler on that bitch. They ain't got Reggie Miller on that bitch. They ain't even got goddamn Chris Webber
All the
on that
man level.
bitch.
Not
She
even
got that
bro.
coochie cat.
Yo,
They
this
ain't get
is
rid of her.
ESPN. That's
Man, come
ESPN
on, man.
pushing.
She's like fucking
Thank God they
she's
ain't.
like the Kardashians. When you fuck her, your mind turn, bro. They ain't firing
Now,
her.
look, now, check this
You
out.
know what
Check
it
this
is?
out, y'all. Hey, listen, now you know the logic behind some of these motherfuckers that was in there.
Wow. I'm floored. I'm floored right now. I am in disbelief right now, bro. Because
Go and wait, what?
wow.
And Son Goku. See, all we know, oh yeah, they got in the 75. Nigga, I did my motherfucking investigate. I'm like, wait a minute, who voted these motherfuckers? We know that Dwight Howard didn't get in there because he had problems with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He had problems with Shaquille O'Neal. He had problems with KG, and he had problems with a whole lot of them motherfuckers on there. I already know that why.
Yep. Because they
Man,
all
shout out
have
to
the
Jerry West.
agenda.
Shout out to Jerry West. Like when he talk basketball, we all need to listen. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to be like, just
You
against the
gotta smash
grain.
Rachel to get in the top 75. You wanna make top 75? You gotta smash Rachel Nichols. That's what you gotta do.
Jimmy Butler in that bit.
You
No,
gotta
what was you
smash.
about?
Hold
What was you
on.
about to say? Wait, what?
Listen, man. Listen, hey, at the end of the day, Larry Bird is top 7 of all time, period. Larry Bird is top 7 at all time, period.
Nobody's arguing that. Wait, what?
All right.
Anybody?
You
Anybody
said
trying to do that?
Rachel been alive. Yeah, hey, Mike. Hey, this one for you. Hey, go. This one for you. Rachel been around a lot longer than Maria. Yeah, hell yeah, she been around the block a lot. Around a lot.
She been tossed around, Polo. She been tossed around, man. She
You know
been
what I'm
tossed
saying? Come
around.
on now, LA Live. I'm gonna
She
need you
the
to
white
quit
Tina
caping.
Trump, Polo.
Hey,
She the white Tina Trump.
hey,
Man.
go Mike. Check this out. Wait, what? Talk about I be caping. Y'all be talking about I be capping all the time. This motherfucker caping and capping for Rachel
Ooh.
Nichols out in this bitch.
Hey, that's a crazy ass combination. You gotta watch that nigga. Oh shit.
Man,
You
man,
can't
when
cap
is it?
and have a cape on, nigga. That's crazy.
Hey, look. She the white Tina Trump, y'all. Let's be honest. She the white Tina Trump, bro.
I guarantee. Hey, yo, bruh, she's so popular, bro.
Okay,
They made him change the name of the show, bro. It's called NBA Today, bro.
Mike,
Listen,
I know you'll smash though. Stop lying.
Smash who?
Rachel Nichols.
Oh, we talking about? No, I'll give Maria Taylor. I'll smash her way before Rachel Nichols.
Oh, nigga, you say you ain't like black
Wait,
girls,
what?
nigga.
Wait,
Wait a
I
minute,
like
no.
me some
Don't
hold on.
backtrack now.
Hold on.
No. Don't backtrack now, nigga.
Hold on. When I said I don't like black girls, I was trolling. Bro, them black
Oh,
girls.
look, Maria Taylor,
love my topic
Malika
now.
Andrews walk up in there. Oh yeah, I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
Maria Taylor, man, I would go all in on her way before Rachel Nichols.
Yo, you
It ain't
wild.
even close.
I take Rachel over her. I take Rachel over her. You need
Hell
to.
nah, I
y'all
take
tripping.
Joy.
What over who?
I take Joy
No.
Taylor.
You
over
take Rachel over who?
No.
or Rachel Nichols. No,
I
I said
take
Joy
over
Taylor. I
Y'all
said Joy
tripping.
Taylor.
What?
Joy Taylor got more
Nigga,
ass.
get the fuck out of here,
Joy
man.
Taylor got more.
Come
Hold on.
Go,
She
Mike.
got more
Hit
ass.
this nigga Son
not even like
Goku.
that,
more
bro.
titties.
Maria's
Joy
not
Taylor
even like
better
that,
than
bro. Y'all
Rachel
gotta
Nichols.
stop.
Who got more titties?
Y'all
Who
gotta
got more
stop that.
titties? Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor got the big millions on.
Nah, but
Yeah, LA Live over here now.
Hey, I don't care what y'all say, man, but Rachel Nichols, she can get it, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Nigga, she look
I
like
don't
a
know what y'all
damn
talking
witch,
about, bro.
nigga.
Hey, let me tell you
She look like
something.
a damn
Let me tell you
witch.
something.
Smoking.
Maria
Put
Taylor.
on big ass nose, nigga.
Maria Taylor, bro. Have you guys ever heard her talk or ever seen her in person,
bro,
man?
that
She's
shit
an
is
asshole, bro.
unattractive.
She's a real
unattractive.
bitch.
Man, what the fuck, man, nigga? What you think,
Oh my
Rachel?
God.
Nigga, you think she all nice
Joy
and
Taylor
shit trying to
better.
fuck people over?
Joy
Do you
Taylor
like the
better.
Nah,
See,
bro.
that's why you
Nah,
wanted her on the
bro.
panel, because you got a fetish with her ass.
What's wrong with
That's what it
that?
is.
Joy Taylor,
You don't like
Y'all
nothing about
hating
it.
on
He's like,
Joy
oh yeah,
Taylor.
she could get it.
Y'all
Yeah,
hating on
she
Joy
could
Taylor,
be on
y'all.
the panel.
Haters.
Hey,
Y'all
Polo.
hating on Joy
Everybody
Taylor.
on the panel, these niggas know
Yo,
secretly they would hit that.
keep it a
Stop
buck.
line.
I would
Keep it a
not hit
buck,
Rachel
though.
Nichols. Hell no. I
Let's
would
be
not.
honest.
No.
Let's be honest though. When you hear Maria Taylor talk, bro, she don't turn me on.
Hell no,
Like,
she
I
don't.
and then
I don't
she
care
like,
about how
turned
you
me on.
talk.
she a
I don't care
giant.
about how you talk.
And then
She
she
acts
I
like
don't
a
care about
dude,
that.
bro.
bro. Come
Maria
on,
Taylor
bro.
acts like a dude. That's how
Bro,
she
for
acts like
real,
a
bro.
No,
dude.
she
What's
don't,
wrong with
man.
having a calm girl?
For real, bro.
Hold on.
I'll tell
What's
you
wrong
who
with
act
having a
like a
calm
dude.
girl?
That be
Who?
motherfucking what's her name?
Rachel
That be
old as
acting like
fuck.
a
She got the
dude. I
old ass
forget her
pussy. I
name,
don't
and
want that shit.
she be on the ESPN sometimes.
Rachel got that
Doris
old
Burke.
pussy. Who want that shit?
And plus, Maria Taylor's like 6'2", 6'3", nigga. I don't feel like trying to climb no tree. What the fuck?
Rachel got that
Man,
old
come
pussy.
on, man. I thought you
Rachel
had
got
height
old
on you,
pussy.
man.
Listen, I got
Rachel
height
got that
on me.
old pussy. Sit
Listen,
down.
dog,
She got the old
I'm
pussy.
6'3", and
Man,
I don't want to play with that. I don't
Hey,
want
you
to
better
play
chop.
with
You better chop. Hey, you better chop that tree down, man.
Y'all want that old pussy, right? Y'all want that old pussy,
bro.
right?
Bro,
Y'all want
I don't
the
want
old
that.
pussy,
I don't
huh?
want that.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't want
Mike.
that.
Hey, Mike. Hey, go, Mike. Go, Mike said he want Hannah Storm and shit.
Hell no.
She probably knows some. She probably knows some
I
tricks,
pass.
bro.
Now
I want some
Andrew
young.
Malika.
I want some
or
young
however
pussy.
her
I don't want no
name
old
is.
pussy.
Okay,
Rachel
all right.
said
I'm
old.
gonna tell Malika Andrews to go over there.
Okay, now that's
Oh
different.
shit.
That's
What the
different.
fuck?
She's different
Polo
now.
crazy.
Oh,
Polo
how's she
crazy.
different? Cause she
Cause
light
she like,
skinned, nigga.
nah.
Rachel's
Nigga,
old.
that nigga
LA
like them
She
Sportsline.
under
yellow
6
bones and
feet.
LA
shit.
Sportsline only
She
said
under
that
6
shit.
feet, nigga.
LA only said that. LA said that shit because he like old pussy. Rachel got that old pussy. And he
Man,
old. He
nah,
wants that old pussy.
he like the
Bro.
wicked witches of the West and shit.
Old pussy, that's good pussy,
Oh,
nigga.
Wizard of
You
Hell
don't
no.
Oz,
know.
man.
You don't know.
Hey, it
Hell
depends
no.
though. It
Hell
depends.
Don't she
no.
look? Hey,
Hell
don't she look
no.
like Wizard
Hell
of
no.
Oz and shit?
Hell yes, you
This
do.
nigga
You
stupid.
get
With
the
all that
fuck
red
out of here with
makeup
that
This nigga
on.
mole,
stupid.
big
With all
ass
that red
nose.
makeup on.
This
Take
nigga
that shit
stupid.
off.
Nigga said Wizard of
She
Oz.
For real,
wearing a
man. Oh,
wig.
Halloween looking ass, man. You better get out of
It
here with
ain't.
that shit.
It's not even Halloween yet. She's starting too
Yeah,
early.
it about to be in a couple of days. Hey,
Hey, yo,
Mike,
go
and
Mike.
she gonna be in a haunted house over here in South Dallas and shit.
Oh
Hey, yo,
shit,
go
my ass.
Mike. Hey, y'all boys
Uh-huh.
finna lose tonight. Y'all boys finna lose
No,
tonight.
no LeBron, no AD tonight. AD and LeBron both out tonight. But
Russ.
Russ gonna carry the team tonight. Watch.
AD
Russ
got
gonna have a
knee.
40
He
point.
having knee issues.
Russ
Both of
gonna
them
have a
having
40.
knee. Embiid got
Watch,
knee issues too, and
watch
that
this
shit look
Polo.
bad against Valachunas, man.
Polo. Russ
What's
gonna
up?
have a 40 point. Russ gonna have a 40-point triple dub tonight. Watch what I tell you. Mark my words.
Nah,
He'll have a
nah,
40
Look,
point.
y'all was already ready to doubt
They got
Russ.
no weapons
Now
like
he
that.
done came out with 30. Now y'all shitting on Carmelo.
He gonna have
Wait,
a
who are
40
the
point
Lakers
triple
playing
dub.
against?
OKC.
Hey,
Okay. Oh, they
Carmelo got
should.
them their first
That
win.
should be an easy
That's
game. That should be an
crazy
easy ass
part.
game.
It's no LeBron, no AD though, homeboy, Guko. No LeBron, no AD, but Russ gonna carry the team by his damn self. Watch. 40-point triple dub. 40 points.
Man,
11,
hey, you
10
high,
assists.
nigga.
I can
11, 10
actually.
You high,
rebounds.
nigga.
Yeah, and Goat didn't want him that either.
I can
But
Goat
Hey,
Russ
said,
but
I
played
don't
by
want
him.
Russ. I don't want Russ.
Here's why I
I
say, hold
see
on. Let me explain something, Polo.
Mhm.
Let me explain something. When Russ played by himself, when LeBron and AD, no, when LeBron or AD is not on the court, Russ is way more aggressive when those guys aren't playing. That's
That's
why I say
facts.
he's gonna have a 40-point triple dub because you got no LeBron, you got no AD. He's gonna get most of the shot attempts.
But I like it.
hey,
But Goat and everybody else, listen. In my line though, Kenneth Bazemore was a non-factor. He was a -17. Russ was the one that was in the pluses for the majority of the game. It was
right.
Kenneth Bazemore that was a non-factor.
Bazemore, how we don't know that? How we don't
He
know that
only had
Melo and
4
Russ?
fucking points, Mike.
DeAndre had more points than him.
Hey, look,
Hey, Hillbilly Kobe had more points than him.
Who for OKC?
Hillbilly Kobe had 10 points.
Hold on. I can guarantee y'all, Russ and Melo alone is gonna beat the OKC Thunder. That's what I tell you.
You crazy as
Yeah,
fuck.
Melo.
You crazy
Yeah,
as
Melo
what I
gonna have
tell
to
you?
step it
You
up, man.
crazy as fuck.
Melo didn't really play.
Russ gonna have a
He
40
got to be
point.
consistent.
If you don't think Russ, hold on, Polo, he don't understand when Russ play by himself, he's an animal, bro. When he's by
playing
himself,
by himself.
yeah, hold on. He don't got LeBron James in his way. He don't got AD in his way. He's gonna get most of the shot
You got
attempts.
Melo.
Most of it. Melo's off the bro. Melo's not getting more shots than Russ. Let's stop it right now. Let's cut it out right now.
But
Russ is the first
dog.
option. Russ is the Russ is the highest paid player that's playing tonight. $40 million man. Russ is gonna get the most shots because he's the highest paid player right now for tonight's game. No AD, no LeBron James. You mean to tell me a guy that's making a 1-year, 2-year deal is gonna get more shots than a man that's making $40 million?
And I'm not saying that, bro.
Man, cut that shit out, nigga. Cut that shit out.
My thing is
Russ
this,
gonna have
though.
a 40-point triple dub. I don't want to hear it.
He can have 40 points, but he's gonna be off of 30 attempts plus.
I don't want to hear that.
Attempts plus.
I don't want to hear that.
It's gonna be off of 30 attempts plus.
Who's going to Dwight Howard tonight? Who's going to Dwight Howard? Who they got?
What?
Who gonna check?
What post
Nobody.
move Dwight Howard got? He don't have none.
He don't need a post move. He don't need a post move. He too strong for them niggas, man. He too strong for them niggas.
What you mean too strong for them niggas? Bro,
Who gonna
them
check
niggas
him?
had
No Steven Adams. You traded Steven Adams. You traded Steven Adams away. You got no Steven Adams. You traded him away. So who you got? No Steven Adams. No. Who you got? Who's playing big man? Answer that. Who's playing big man? Who?
That same team.
Who's playing
That
big
same
man?
team.
Oh,
beating Golden
oh,
State in 3 quarters.
oh,
In three
oh,
quarters yesterday night.
oh.
Y'all think y'all gonna beat them in 1 quarter, nigga?
Man, Russell,
Crazy.
hold on. Here's what you don't understand. When a player when a player face they former team, they go off. You look at Bazemore. When Bazemore faced Golden State, that man hit like 6 threes. When he
And
played
they
the next
lost.
game, hold on. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. When Bazemore faced Golden State, he made 6 threes. The very next game, what he do? 1 3-pointer for the whole damn game. That's how players operate. I believe Russ is going to have a big game because he's facing his former team that threw him in the dirt and talk all kind of shit when he left. So I believe Russ is going to come in this bitch and say, you know what, fuck all you niggas. I'm going to get a 40-point triple dub to show you that I was that nigga on this fucking team.
But
what
40 points ain't gonna be
That's not
enough to beat the
KD.
team by itself, man.
No.
The other guys got to score too, man. The other guys got to make the shots.
Hold up, LA Sports Live. Did I just say 40 points? No, I said 40-point triple dub. He might have 14 assists to go with that bitch.
Ew, I don't even believe that. Ew. Look, dog,
Okay,
check
watch.
me out.
Watch.
Listen, check me
They're
out.
gonna be wide
We'll
open.
see.
Let me
We'll see.
explain
Way more
why. Let me
wide
explain
open.
why. Can I explain
Okay.
why?
Man,
All right,
OKC
so the
ain't doing
reason why
shit.
the reason why he will not get that for the simple
Okay,
fact
keep
that
making that.
no, I'm not even trying to put it out there in the universe like that. First of all, you gotta look at the concept of how he got that 33 last night. He had to put up 27 shots. And then off them 10 assists that he had, at least about 6 of them came from AD. So he's not really integrating the rest of his play.
Who was he playing against?
He played against the Spurs with no
Okay.
stars.
So
OKC
your
got
argument
stars.
is null and void. Hold on. Your argument is null and void. When you're playing against your former team, you're gonna go off against your former team. If I'm playing my former team that I just left, I'm gonna go in this bitch and I'm gonna shoot efficient as fuck. I predict Russ to be very efficient against OKC. For the fact those niggas talk shit. Those niggas talk shit when he left. When Russ left OKC, what they say? Oh, he's a traitor, or he's this, he's that.
No. You got mixed up with KD, nigga.
Hold on, nigga. Whenever you leave a team turn on your ass. Kyle Lowry left. You had Raptors fans talking shit about Kyle Lowry when he left the team. That's every player. Any player leave your former team, people talk shit about
That was 3 years ago. That was 3 years ago, Mike. Man, half of them niggas is gone from OKC.
Hold on.
That was 3 years ago.
Hold on, nigga. Once again, LA Sports Live. I know you got your temperature up, but you have to understand where I'm coming from. When I'm playing, I don't care if it's 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Every single time I see my former team, I want to beat your ass by 50. Every time LeBron play the Heat, what does LeBron do? He go to fuck off. Every time he see the motherfucker. Threes, step back jumpers, fade away, looking niggas all flexing, all that kind of shit. When niggas play their former teams, they go to fuck off. They go off. They go haywire.
I feel like I ain't seen it in years, bro.
Hold on. I'm gonna keep going. When KD play Golden State, watch how the man go off on them niggas. He might drop 50 on them niggas. Just to show them. Look, you talk all that shit, and watch this. 50-point bomb on your ass. All these teams. When you leave a former team, players will go to fuck off on your ass. KD gonna do that shit. Watch. Every last player is gonna have that same vengeance for their former teams. Watch what I tell you. Look, watch Trez. When my Lakers, he gonna try to get 35.
I agree with you on that.
Kuzma, KCP, he gonna turn this into fucking Klay Thompson on them niggas. What, you trading my ass for Russell Westbrook? Bam. That's how players' mindset work. I don't know what y'all niggas smoking, but when Russ play tonight, watch how efficient he gonna be tonight. He gonna take 40 shots and he'll probably make about 30 some of them shots. Easy. Y'all niggas smoking dope. If you don't think Russ gonna come in this bitch, I don't care if it's 20 years ago. LeBron ain't played with the Heat in how long? And every time LeBron see them niggas, he going off. Niggas smoking dope. I dropped the mic.